transmission in. So I have to get it back to the barn. Well, good morning, guys, people, world, whoever. I guess it's time in the morning, Sunday morning. Gonna put this transmission in. So I have to get it back to the barn. So I'm just gonna load it up on a dolly. That dolly up there. And then bring it back there. I'm probably gonna take the exhaust off. It really doesn't matter. There's enough room in there. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do today. Yeah, I'm tired from last night. So alright, see you guys in the barn. Alright guys, I don't know if you can tell, I'm probably filthy as heck. Yeah. Tools are all out, everything's, transmission's in. I got grease in my eyeball, tranny fluid in my eyeball. Anyways, as you can see, tranny's in, everything's in. I did some rerouting of, they had this tranny cooler that's back there. They had it ran to the heat exchanger, and then from the heat exchanger up to the, the tranny cooler. So basically it was going, one line was coming out, going into the heat exchanger, which is a coolant thing. The heat exchanger was coming out, going around into here, into the tranny cooler that's up here. And then they had this one going back into the tranny, and then the tranny back into the trans cooler. I don't know why they did it that way. Whoever did it, I don't know. That didn't make sense to me. So I ended up deleting the heat exchanger on the side and deleting the tranny cooler, the factory tranny cooler that goes right here. So it took about, I want to say a half hour to put the tranny in, but then once I got the tranny in, I had to take all this line out and redo it. So basically this is how they had it. This comes from the heat exchanger, goes in, goes up to the tranny cooler. Tranny cooler, they had it coming from here back into the tranny, and then from the tranny, or no, sorry, from this heat exchanger, this is the other heat exchanger here, they had that going into the tranny cooler, and then this one went back into the tranny. So the high pressure side wasn't even going through. I mean, it was a complete cycle the way they had it. It's just the way they had it had all the heat coming into the heat exchanger, all the heat coming into the tranny cooler in the front, and then basically by the time it was cooled down, it was going to the tranny cooler in the back, the big tranny cooler, when realistically they should have ran it to the tranny cooler, like how I did my kid's truck. Run it to the big tranny cooler, cool it, went into the heat exchanger, and then back into the tranny. Because we deleted that on his first gen. As you can see, there's two tranny coolers up there. There's his tranny lines and some other junk. But yeah, so got it installed. Didn't take too long. Like I said, it was just figuring out all these stupid lines and figuring out what they did. And then the rerouting some wires. And then the shift selector, I had to readjust all that because because the ball bearing and the spring came out. Yeah, they had adjusted it tight on the rod that comes down from the steering column. So I readjusted all that, so it's all nice and easy. And then, like I said, I had to, deleted some hose from the tranny cooler, took the exhaust bracket off. This is the exhaust bracket for the factory exhaust. I took that off because I'm putting a 4-inch exhaust on it. But it's all in, it's all done. That's all done. I have the front grill off because took the tranny cooler off. So now I'm working on pressing. So this was the bushing. The bushing's pretty blown out. So it's all dried out and everything. So anyways, so yeah, it's just falling apart in my hand. I gotta press this bearing off. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to come off of the bushing, but it basically fell off the bushing when I pulled it off. So I gotta press this bushing or this bearing off, go get a new center carrier bearing or bushing, and then press it back on. So anyways, I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll go to O'Reilly's or something and get it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have left to do is just the drive shaft. Everything else is good. Everything else is bolted in. Started at like 9:30. It's about 12:15 right now. And yeah, it went pretty good. It was just hard. It's hard. I mean, anybody that's done a transmission knows it's hard doing it with a jack and a piece of wood. You know, you gotta hold the tranny and rock the tranny and jack it up with your foot. I mean, it should be 2 guys out here, but my kid is stressed out because he starts work tomorrow, his first job. So I'm sure he's stressed out, whatever. I don't remember being stressed out about my first job. But yeah, it's a different story, different timeline. But anyways, so yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna shave my head, shave my face. I'm done for today. And probably have a couple of beer because I'm thirsty. Alright guys, I'm just looking around, seeing what else other projects I need to do. Because I don't have enough projects. But anyways, alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you guys do. Comment below if you got any questions. No big deal. Any questions, I don't care. Alright, later.